Okay, I want to show this as well. Now, you probably have seen some YouTube videos on this if you're sort of following some of what's going on behind the veil of the dark side and trying to figure out what they're up to. And I want to show you these. There's a couple here that are interesting, okay? Now, this one obviously looks very much like Trump, and the card reads Judgment. So, when Trump is in power, that's when the judgment is going to fall, which would be what? That's when the rapture is going to happen as well, okay? Now, some of these other ones, I can't really remember all the different details of what they are, so I'm not going to speak about that. Now, we do see some things here with virtual reality, and everybody's, got some kind of similar house popping out of that thing, so we kind of know a little bit about that. There's something over here that looks like a nuclear fallout with a cloud there. And this is the one that I was really interested in when I was looking for it. And I thought these were Illuminati cards, but apparently they're the card cover for this Economist magazine, a certain year that they did it. They had this on there, and I was thinking that this at first might have been the kind of a symbol for the rapture. In that there's little pictures, I don't know if you can see it, let me see if it'll focus. There's little pictures of people in the little stars there, and then there's something that looks like a comet in the middle of it, and then this thing on the bottom is like a reddish moon color, okay? Now, at first I thought that might be a picture of the rapture. There is a comet up in the sky right now, comet C2025 Pan Star. Now, remember, a lot of times they name these telescopes that identify these things after their kinds of gods and that kind of stuff. And so Pan is a goat god, kind of like a Baphomet sort of thing. And so they called it that, Pan Star, like the demon goat god's star, okay, for this comet that's here. And it is close to Earth. It's not like super flyby Earth right now, but it's coming around the sun and heading back towards our direction. So there is possibly something that could happen with this thing, that it gets either sped up or off its trajectory, and maybe it's going to collide into the Earth. And Hemingway did see something like that about a comet hitting the Earth. It's also possible that this thing might be going to collide with the moon, and we have just recently had some red moons. So that's part of it too. But in another sense, from some of the other things that I'm learning about right now, the real heavy things about the mark of the beast, what it actually is and what it actually is going to do to people, he's been showing me some things, and what these people could represent is that the Nephilim, while there are going to be some of those old ones, the big giant ones and the crazy creatures with different kind of animal characteristics to them, with snake tails and all this stuff, one of the primary ways that the Nephilim are going to return is that they're going to inhabit the people who've taken the mark. So in a similar way, the simplest way I can describe it to you is the way that demons inhabit people when they open up doorways to them through the magic and occult rituals and other different kinds of sins that open up doorways to these things. So what the people that take the mark are doing is they're opening up a portal for these demons, or fallen angels technically, the ones that got in trouble with the women in the Genesis 6 thing that made the first Nephilim. Well, they've been locked away in a prison up in the stars in Orion and Pleiades and the Bears, what the Bible calls it, the Ursa Major, and also in the Euphrates River, those 4 angels that are down there, the fallen angels. But they will be released later, but the ones in the star prison, they're not released, okay? They're in there forever. So until I guess they go in the lake of fire, okay? So what's going on with all that is that they want to inhabit the humans so that they can sort of experience the earth again and do mischievous things, or they're craving the light that they once had, and they know they'll never get it again. So they want to live vicariously through the humans. So this could be a picture of these stars. These fallen angels are called stars in the Bible. when they're going to fall to the earth in Revelation chapter 12, some of them will come down physically, the ones that are not in the prison, but the ones that are in the prison are going to want to come down also and have a part of Satan's heyday down here, in the form that the stars are going to be possessing or inside the people that take the mark, okay? And they're going to live vicariously through them in this process that's called, what was it called? Astral grafting or astral surgery, I think is what the information was that I've been told to look at. So it's something to do with that this mark is going to like connect the spirit of the person who has taken the mark to the watchers, the old Nephilim fathers, basically the fallen angels, into this star prison that they're in up there in the heavenlies. And that is backed up in scripture as well. I'll put that in the description box, all these verses that go with it. And that there's some kind of way magically that they're going to inhabit these people, and that the mark on the head is going to give them ability to see things and experience the visual things of the earth. And then the mark on the hand, if they take it there, they're going to be able to control the person's movements and that kind of thing. They may not be able to see as clearly, but they are going to be able to control the person's movements and make them be basically like their slaves, like work them to death 24 hours a day. They're not going to be able to have any breaks or rest or anything like that. And it does do something else to change their body, the way the body is structured as well. So they are becoming an abomination to God. They're not going to be made in the image of God anymore. They're going to be made in the image of the beast, which is basically this conductor, I guess, to get these fallen angels and demons too. Remember, the Nephilim spirits are the demons. So the Nephilim were the hybrids created from fallen angels and women back in Noah's day. And the flood killed most of them, or all of them, okay? And then that their spirits are wandering the earth because they are part human and part angel, and both of those creatures are eternal. So they are basically wandering around the earth trying to find somebody to get into because they want to have a body, okay? And so that same thing is going to be happening with this mark of the beast stuff, that these star angels are going, fallen angels, are going to try to get inside the humans that take the mark, okay? So I'm just kind of trying to do some short ones to kind of prep you for the main parts of the story. And then we're going to get really into the details and really into the scriptures that go with it. But I think that's what this card actually is. I thought it was part of the Illuminati card game, which I did learn a lot of stuff. It's like he almost wanted me to go looking there to reveal these things to me. And this card is actually part of this Economist magazine or whatever I guess it is that they make here, okay? So I will keep you posted, but that's kind of the gist of where we're going with this revealing of the next layer of information, okay?